Hello dear customizators, welcome to TS Custom. In this video I would like to talk to you about progress I made with the CSL DD extension and all the difficulties and challenges I had to overcome while developing the extension for it, because this base is different than the other bases because it has this carbon infused plastic shaft, unlike the Cloudsport DD or DD1 or DD2 from Fanatec, or even Semicube base that I'll also make the extension for. And yeah, it's finally here, and I would like to apologize to everybody for waiting this long because I just couldn't find the time to make it, and when I finally could make the time, I realized it was a lot harder to do than I realized before, because I have to look about not exceeding the budget, because this is the lower end of the DD bases from Fanatec, so it does not make sense to make an extension that is super expensive, because probably the people that buy this base are on the lower side of the budget. And yet again, this extension has more parts than any of these other extensions that I make, so probably this will make it more expensive, but I'm still trying to keep the price as low as possible so that it can be affordable for you. I have committed to release this extension by the end of the year, so make sure to subscribe and click the notification icon if you didn't already to get notified when I release new products. I also plan to have some special offerings for the Black Friday, so make sure to follow us on Facebook page. So now let's see what I did, how I did it, and why I did it. Alright, so first thing I would like to explain to you why is it so difficult to build an extension for this base, and why not simply take extension, push it inside, extend the base, like this is the extension for DD1, DD2, and I just put this piece here and voila, we have extended this base. But the problem is that this base has this carbon infused shaft that is basically plastic infused with some carbon particles that makes it just a bit stronger, but still this is not real carbon, not even close. So when you put the original QR inside, you are acting on the base with rotational force, but you are also acting with longitudinal forces like this, and then you can exert too much force in this direction. Maybe I could explain to you using this toothpick. So if you exert force here, it's a lot easier to bend the toothpick than if you exert force here. It's a lot harder. You can try this yourself. So the problem is, if I make the extension longer, the forces that are acting on this piece of the axle will be a lot stronger. The longer the extension is, the bigger forces there will be to this piece, and there is of course danger of breaking your plastic shaft. So to tackle these problems, I did have to become a little bit more creative than usual, and I had to design the entire base in 3D. And now we can see that I have designed this standard color from Fanatec, this spacer, and this part that will be holding this bearing, and this bearing will hold the extension. It will add additional support, and it will support the extension in such a way that it is almost impossible to break the shaft. And here you can see in the section view how it looks from the inside. So you can see that the standard bearings are placed somewhere around here, so all the forces will be acting on this part of the carbon infused shaft. And if we strengthen it here with this bearing, we are making this almost double as long, so the forces acting here will be substantially lower, and acting in this part in a bit of a different way, making it impossible to fail the way it fails without the extension and the support. So how to assemble this? You need to take this original piece, put it here, and then you need to put this support piece, put it like this, and then you can put the bearing here. This is because you cannot put this afterwards, because this piece is wider than the hole right here. And then with this you can push it. So you push the extension inside. Of course you need to tighten this first, and then you can put this support piece here, orientate it the correct way. And now you can put the last piece. Make sure everything clicks. And now you secure it with these 4 bolts in the original holes that Fanatec has, just some longer bolts. And now you can plug in this original QR inside. And here we have an opening just so you can connect the connector to the QR. And that's it. I still need to design a cover for this. It will be a nice place to put my logo here. And this is where I'm at with the development of the CSL DD extension. I hope you like it, and I hope you can wait a bit more for me to release this to the market. This piece will be machined out of aluminum, of course, and this piece will be 3D printed. What I need to do now is do some testing. I will make an aluminum prototype, and in the next video you will be able to see the finished product, so the first prototype of the extension. And yeah, I think this extension actually solves some huge issues that this base has, and that is the weak point of the base, which is the plastic shaft. I think this setup makes the base even stronger than the original without the extension, because the forces acting on the shaft are much smaller. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed. Stay customized.